Welcome back, gamers. Today we're going to be reviewing a brand new game from the company that brought you Dead Island, Dying Light. It is another zombie apocalypse. Oh yeah. So let's get right to it. The game is absolutely gorgeous. The graphics is redone from ground up on their new engine, which is the same engine. It's just rebuilt on it, and everything looks great. It's much better than Dead Island. It's what Dead Island should have been. You know, it's more of a serious tone of a game. The background is amazing. The whole system itself, the graphics, the rain, dynamic weather, day and night cycle, skybox. The whole game looks absolutely gorgeous, but however, there are some frame rate issues, especially when there's animation scenes and the zombies grabbing onto you. Some people out there who don't own Nvidia cards are having issues, but some people who do own Nvidia cards are also having this frame rate issues. And hopefully they'll patch it up. It's a little problem. I tried turning my graphic settings low and I still get it, so it's something. I don't know what it is, but hopefully they'll fix it. So the story starts off with you playing as Kyle Crane, who is doing a job. He's dropped off into the city's hotspot. A bunch of bandits were about to kidnap him for their own use when he shut off his gun and a bunch of infected came. He was bitten and now he's infected, so he has to take a medication called Antizin to stay alive. But at the same time, he's there to do a job. And like I said before, the story of the game is quite decent. It starts off decently, and then in between it feels like a errand boy kind of mission. You'll do all these missions and side quests, and then at near the end it gets even better. So the story is quite decent for this game. Now what makes this game unique is the fact that it uses a parkour system in an open world zombie game. The parkour system itself of the gameplay is decently done. It's really smooth, it's fast. You can shimmy across stuff, run up, jump, and look at a ledge and just climb it, but overall it's done really well. It's like a ghetto version of Mirror's Edge, but overall really smooth and fun to pull off. So the combat system in the game is quite interesting. It uses a melee combat system. There are guns you can use at times, but overall the melee combat is the main combat majority of the time, and by doing so you use up a stamina bar at the bottom. Whenever you melee your enemies, your stamina drains down, so you have to back up from your enemy a bit. The weapons in this game is quite unique. If you played the Dead Island before, you'll know how it works. They're all color coded from gray to orange, blue, purple, etc. They tell you the uniqueness of it and the values, how much damage it does, so it has a little bit of an RPG system to it. Your weapons tend to break down, and you can repair it with materials you find throughout the world. You'll find plenty of materials to craft blueprint or repair your weapons. The main thing is that when your weapons go down to 0, you must repair it to do any damage, otherwise it's completely useless and the zombies will just shrug you off. Overall, your weapons do break over time, and once it's completely broken, you'll have to pretty much dismantle your weapon, throw it away, or vendor it off. So yes, there are vendors in this game. They do sell weapons, they do sell materials, and there's also a vendor that gives you free materials each day. You can pretty much find materials in this game each game day. It respawns. You can find them in boxes, you can find them in locked boxes, you can find them in a variety of different places. The way you search for items kind of breaks the immersion of the game because you use the sonar pulse, which is seen in many games. By pressing Q buttons, a pulse goes out and you can know which items are lootable. It should have been more natural in the looting, where you can see what's lootable easily without having to press a button, but that's the way it is in this game, and it kind of does break the immersion, so hopefully we'll see a different way in the future. The items in this game can be used in a variety of ways, such as creating mods for your weapons or blueprint items. The mods for your weapons, as you've seen it before in Dead Island, are used to give more stats to your weapons, such as poison, electrical damage, or fire. Aside from the melee combat in the game, which is nice, there's also a different varieties of ways to kill your enemies. The zombies can be kicked into spikes, you can set oil on fire, or turn on electrical car traps. So there are traps on the map that you can find and create for the zombies. Aside from this, you can also use the environment to your advantage. There are gas tanks flying around that you can blow up and kill your enemies. The other way you can kill the zombies is by crafting the blueprints. This is where it comes into play from these scavenged materials. You can create stuff such as the firecrackers or flares to distract your enemies, molotovs to burn them, and also throw shurikens. Now, as you level up, you'll start unlocking new finishing moves and abilities, and as I said before, the zombies also level up with you, so they become much harder You'll also have to use every skill and move to your advantage to actually get through them. Otherwise, you're going to get bashed on by hordes of them. The main character in this game has 3 different ability trees that he can actually invest skill points in. There's a survivor rank, agility level, and power level. Survivor is when you do quest, you'll level that up. Agility is done when you're doing parkour or running around, and power level levels up when you kill your enemies with melee or killing them in ways like kicking them against bike, etc. Now the enemies in the game this time are zombies and sometimes bandit humans. So you'll encounter both, but rarely humans, most of the time zombies. There's a lot of unique type of zombies. The AI this time around is really polished up. It does a really good job. In the beginning of the game, when you're low level, the zombies seem really stupid. You're running across the rooftop and you're just killing them non-stop. It's like, oh, this is quite easy. But as you level up, the zombies get much harder. You'll see a different variety of zombies. There's going to be like big zombies, small zombies, fast zombies, explosive zombies, and then there's the night zombies, which are really dangerous, which we'll get into in a bit. The only flaw in the AI I've seen in the game is when there's groups of zombies and you're trying to distract a certain group. You can't do that. It's randomly choosing zombies that gets distracted, so it's kind of immersive breaking, because I'm trying to distract the north and all of a sudden I see south, west, and east start going up there and the rest just ignores me, or certain zombies will, attack the character and the others will ignore him. So it's really weird how that works. But overall, it's not too bad, and it's only seen when there's massive amount of zombies on the screen when you're on top of a roof somewhere. Aside from this, the zombie animations are really well done. When you hit zombies and you do critical strikes on them, you can see their bones being mashed in with an X-ray vision, and there's also a slow-mo vision, which is quite decent and also adds to the immersion. The other thing that you'll notice is also the way you hit them. They feel much more heavy. They have more mass. So it feels satisfying when you hit the zombies in this game for some reason, so you keep doing it anyways. Even if you kick them on the ground, it feels good. Aside from the morning time bashing of zombies, there's also co-op in the game. You can co-op and bash zombies with 3 other friends, so there's 4 players total. The thing about this is that it's really fun, but when doing the side quest, the only con is that when you grab a side quest, everyone has to be there in order to grab it. Otherwise, you can't do the side quest, so it's kind of annoying if your friend decides to go to the bathroom. Now, as you're spending your days bashing zombies with your friends, night will come. During the nighttime of the game gets a lot more aggressive. The zombies become crazier. There's going to be parkour zombies. There's going to be more aggressive zombies. They get they go into frenzy mode. There's going to be mutant zombies running around, slaying everyone. However, you can skip this by sleeping off in the safe house, which is kind of lame. But if you do decide to take on the zombies, it's going to be a lot more fun. It is also very rewarding because this time leveling takes a long time, so it helps level you quicker if you run and do parkour at night and attack zombies, so you can earn more XP at night. Now if you have this turned on, and you can turn it off through the menu, Zombie Invasion, a player will take on a zombie character and attack your game. Keep in mind it's only one zombie, but there's many people queuing up a zombie, so you'll find plenty of challenges. But the goal is for the survivors to diminish the ticket count on the top left by destroying the zombie spawn. And for the zombie, he has to diminish the lives of the human by destroying them. Now, depending on how many players there are, the game is tweaked so that the levels are fair to the single individual zombies attacking the survivors. The thing about this is that the survivors will be armed with usually a UV ray, and the point is to shine it on the zombie, he'll weaken, and then they can bash him in and destroy his spawn points. But the thing is, if you think that survivors have an advantage against the zombies because of those UV rays, you are wrong. The zombies has its own leveling tree. That's right, its own leveling tree where they can call in mobs and do all types of crazy stuff and start attacking humans. I have dominated many zombies, but I've seen some really great ones out there too. The gameplay is really balanced. It feels really balanced and fun, and somehow it just works out. Overall, guys, Dying Light is a great addition to the zombie apocalypse game, and hopefully we'll see a much more improved version of it in the future, bigger, better, and more badass. But aside from that, the game is fun to play, and if you enjoy these type of games, you'll enjoy this game. So check it out, watch some more clips, and do a little bit more research to see if the game is right for you. This has been my review of Dying Light. I hope you liked it. Remember to subscribe and check out my other videos, and remember to game on. Nope, his name is Internet Troll. Fuck this kid.